Hello everybody, my name is MegaBubFish, and welcome back to another episode of the BunchaSquares SMP, where we're here today in our little Nordic village in the middle of the canyon, and we're going to be working on that a little bit today. I've given myself a little bit of extra time to work on Blockhead, because I still need to come up with the last few ideas. I have most of them planned out, but I needed a little bit of extra time. Besides, that gives some time for the chickens that I have brought back from my adventures last episode to finally lay enough eggs, to get enough feathers, to make enough books with quills, and yeah, you kind of get the point. It's just kind of this constant run to get the right resources for every little project. And talking of resources for projects, I still am working on getting enough quartz for my boat. So yeah, that's a thing. But luckily all of our progress doesn't come down to whether or not my chickens have laid enough eggs, which they certainly have not yet. Hopefully, though, we will be able to move on to something cool today. Something cool, like I said, is going to be working on this area a little bit. I want to finally make a pathway to each of these houses from this bottom floor. And I've started one, as you can see over here, and I think this is kind of the shape of it that I'd like to do. I want to make sure there are slabs in here and that it's a nice smooth transition from layer to layer. But I've gotten so I can get behind this building and of course the building up above. Exactly how I'm going to do it with some of these other buildings, it's going to be a little touch and go. But I think I have enough going for it that I can just start moving down here and meet up with a passage on this side of things. Oh no! Oh, this is just like right outside the boundaries of my Haste 2 beacon. Oh, that's frustrating. That is frustrating. Well, I'm not moving the whole thing right now, but if it takes too long, I might. So essentially what today's goal is going to be is to kind of hollow out the paths inside the mountain here and hopefully get them decorated so it kind of all flows together. I'm not sure if I'll have enough materials. Once again, like everything that is holding me back is simply for want of materials. Oh, okay. Well, that actually helped me clear out some stuff, so fine with it, fine with it. But yeah, no, I think I should be able to have enough stuff put together that I should be able to do some of this at least. I can't guarantee that I'll get to all of it once again. There's only so much time in the day, and I do have other things to do with my time, unfortunately. I mean, if I could just full-time Minecraft, you know I would, because it's a blast. It's always fun. It always kind of makes my day to just be able to sit down and record one of these videos just for the fun of it. You know, not because I have a deadline that I've put for myself or anything, but just because I enjoy playing the game. And that's kind of how that goes. Okay, so right above us here we have the tallest building in the town, and this is kind of going to be sort of like a cellar entrance for that building, as well as a passage straight down that is going to lead to the building underneath and the port on the other side of things. And in fact, I think I may wind up moving the beacon for that purpose, because we do have some excavation that needs to happen on this far side. And I just kind of want to see where that is again. Yeah, it's going to be right down in here. Right down in here is kind of going to be the entrance to a sort of underground cave port. And there's going to be a passage in here. There's a kind of vertical cave down underneath a lot of this stuff. And I think what I'm going to do is have some sort of, like, primitive Viking elevator of some sort. It's not going to be anything where it's actually moving, but just aesthetically, I think it would be kind of cool to have that there. Okay, so moving back into the caves, let's keep moving, and I will get back to you as soon as I've hollowed a little more out. Okay, so I've gone and I've linked up the port area to the rest of the cave network, and this is the sort of area where I think, I mean, just naturally, this has been laid out just about perfectly. I'm super super pleased with this plot of land, honestly. Like, I really can't say how cool this whole island, everything about this season has just been really, really cool so far. You know what else has been really cool? It's been you guys. Everybody who's been watching my videos so far, my views are, like, seriously, real talk, they're ridiculous lately. For what I'm doing, I know I'm not really doing anything that nobody's done before. It's not breaking new ground, but I've been getting like 20, 24 views for every one of my past few videos, and it's just really cool to me. So thank you guys. I think this is really cool, and I'm glad that you do too. So yeah, I'm going to keep going here. Enough mushy stuff. Let's get back to digging holes and building things. You know what? It's been a few days since I've had the chance to play, so I think I want to go and check and see if my shop has made any progress. I don't think people have really been on in the last couple of days, obviously. I mean, things are still kind of falling apart here. But let's see what the glowing lantern has in store for us. I'm guessing, since I haven't restocked... Yeah, there's a bunch of things I haven't restocked yet. Oh! Hello, I've got a diamond there. And a diamond in the lanterns. Okay, well, 2 diamonds. I'll grab those later. My inventory, as you can see, is pretty full. Yeah. Yeah, the shopping area is kind of quiet right now. I don't think there are any new shops that have jumped up or anything. Yeah, okay. Cool. Well, I just wanted to check that shop. 2 diamonds. That's well worth it. What happened to the slime? Did something blow up the slime? Something must have blown up the slime. That is unfortunate. Well, hold on. What the heck is this? This isn't a completed shop, is it? Stone diamond for 1 stack. Whoa! Okay, that is muy expensiviente. Prismarine, 1 diamond per stack. Prismarine on sea lanterns. Oh. I feel like I could almost... Do I want to buy out the sea lanterns and put them in my shop for like a diamond for... I don't know, what would that have to be? I'd have to do 2 diamonds. I'm trying to think how I would get a profit off of that. Well, I'll think about it, but that's something I'll have to consider. That would be a good deal. That'd be a good deal. Prismarine bricks, 1 diamond per stack. You know, I probably do need to get some of these because I do have conduits that aren't doing anything. I can't tell if this is supposed to be a completed shop or not, though. This is just kind of sitting out in the open right now. So, okay. Back to our regularly scheduled programming before I get too far down this rabbit hole. Okay, so I poked my head out of the window to see if I had forgotten any houses. And there's a house right here that I'd forgotten. I'm not even kidding. I'd completed the paths everywhere else, and this is the one that I missed? Sure. Oh wait, no, did I get this one? I'm having a hard time because I'm seeing them from the inside and not the outside. Oh, you get in there? Okay. Alright. So, did I miss it? No, I didn't. Okay, good. Okay, I was about to get really confused as to how I missed that one. Alright, so, that means officially I have paths between all of the buildings. So, we've got this one here that links up to that one up top. And then we have an outside path that's going to lead us all the way around. We've got a cave here. And then that links us to this lower house and to the upper house around this way. And if you drop down in here, it also links up to the ocean. Got it. Okay. So that's everything we needed to do as far as just laying out the pathways. Now, here comes the real interesting part, and that is decorating it. Because I have a couple of ideas to decorate, but I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. So let's test a few things and see where we wind up. You know what I've figured out over the 3 seasons so far of BunchaSquares is that I have a style. It is the let's cram every gray block into a single pattern and just kind of mishmash it style. But it works! It works. I really do kind of like this. I think this works well together. Obviously it'll work better once I've terraformed the mountain around it. The granite's going away for sure. And definitely going to make it look a little smoother and less just clunky. But yeah, the pathway itself is coming along nicely. I need to figure out a nice way to light it up. I was thinking maybe jack-o'-lanterns in the floor covered with leaves, but I don't think so. That works sometimes. Maybe not this time. So we'll have to come up with something for that. Maybe I could spare a few of my end rods and put those as stalactites. That could be cool. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think I should just kind of leave torches laying around like this? Torch spam is something I'm obviously not opposed to, if necessary, but I do kind of like to get a little clever with my lighting if I can. So, yeah, let me know what you think about that, if I should go some sort of creative route with the lights. So the Nether update will be coming out, I don't know exactly when, but we're probably finally going to be seeing snapshots of that showing up fairly soon here. So the question kind of becomes, I think I kind of want to cover that this time. Actually, give some update videos a la Exhumavoid or Wattles and just kind of showcase what might be coming down the pike for it. I'm not sure if you guys would be into that. I kind of just want to try it, see what people think. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what they do with another update. I'm not as entirely sold as a lot of people seem to be. It looks like it could be good, but I'll be perfectly honest, the last couple of updates, since Village and Pillage, I don't know what to think. I kind of feel like some of the features were just added for the sake of adding them, for the sake of having an update, if that makes any sense. It doesn't feel like they necessarily brought a ton of great new stuff to the table. Village and Pillage did some good things, yes, but a lot of the stuff lately has kind of been adding, I don't know, like commands that disable wandering traders or commands that disable pillagers, and that just speaks to some sort of uncertainty going on at Mojang. Do they not know what they want to do with the game? And I'm kind of afraid that that's the case. Also, we're still waiting on the biome updates, and if anybody out there watching this knows me, then they know that that's pretty much... I love exploration. I love being able to go out into the wild and finding just that perfect spot. And this is kind of the perfect spot that I'm talking about. Like this whole cave network and this canyon and this place to build. This is the sort of thing that I love exploring for. Which is kind of why I haven't done a whole lot of exploring this season. I don't need to. I've already found the perfect spot for me. But you get my point. I like seeing new things in the game and experiencing some new place, some new layout, some new world. And we haven't really had that for a while. The biome update for the taiga that added foxes and whatnot, that was okay. That was fine. Adding bamboo to the jungle was once again serviceable. But I'm not sure if these are big enough changes to make me want to explore, and that really kind of makes it pretty limited. There aren't a whole lot of things that you can just go off into the wilderness and find right now that are worth the effort. That you couldn't just get by staying home and making one kind of crazy farm or another. And while I'm glad there are all these farming things and that other people can really get into that, it's not my cup of tea most of the time. If I make, like the spider farm I made earlier in the season, I've used that maybe 3 times, and mostly to just get enough string to make enough wool to make enough beds. I haven't really sat down and ground at it to get to the point where I could sell the string or anything. And I know for a fact that a lot of other people on the realm have been, or server rather, have been doing that. We have, obviously, a prismarine shop out of nowhere, which is amazing. But it kind of feels like once people have built that, and once people have done that for a little while, then they kind of forget to build anything with it. They forget to go anywhere from there. There seems to be this point where, well, I've built the farm, I guess I've beaten the game. That's not the game. That's not the game at all. That's just the launching off point. Which is kind of why it takes me forever to build anything, because I never want to get to that launching off point, because farms, building them, it's so dull to me. It's so dull. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm making my point very well, but the point is, I kind of feel like there's a lot of stuff in aid of superficial changes to the Minecraft formula. And I don't know if the Nether update is going to be anything more than that. If there's going to be some sort of value-laden change to what they're doing, or if it's just going to be the same sort of thing that encourages the, oh, hey, you've built X variety of farm, and then you're done playing, and you move on to the next world, or you mod it all to heck, and I don't know. I'm a little concerned. I'm a little worried, honestly, about the future of the game. And I really shouldn't be. I really shouldn't be, because I do think that Mojang is listening and that they are providing support, but I just don't know if it's happening fast enough. And I know that makes it sound really entitled. Oh, hurry up with these updates. But when I started playing, I feel like we got minor updates much more frequently. We had things that actually changed. We had, I remember, it was like, if it was 1.6.4 or 1.5.4 or something like that, when horses were introduced, that wasn't even a full update. That was just sort of like, oh hey, guess what? We've finished the horses, let's throw them out there and get people enjoying them. And I really respect that. I think that that's the better way of doing it. I don't know what's going on now. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that they're syncing the updates across all platforms and Bedrock as well, and it really, I'm guessing, slows down the production of a single update when you have to make sure that there are 4, 5, 6 versions of the game that somebody can just go to Wikipedia real quick and say, okay, this is what's changed. And it's just blanket for everything. And I know they're working really hard to synchronize the different versions. So maybe that's what I'm seeing. Maybe that's the problem I'm having. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Do you think that the updates that they have planned, do you think they're actually good enough? Do you think they're big enough? What do you guys think about the Nether update so far? We haven't seen a lot, but it appears to largely be cosmetic changes to the Nether, and in some cases I'm a little worried because it makes it look like it's going to be harder now to find stuff like glowstone or Nether fortresses, or maybe things will be more biome specific in the Nether and you'll have to spend more time there and you'll have to split builds between dimensions. And I don't know if this is going to be a functional remake of the Nether or if it's just going to be the Nether with more stuff. More stuff that gets discarded as people go on to make their infinite emerald farms. And that's a little... I don't know. I feel like people kind of lose the sense that you're supposed to be building towards something. And building is kind of the goal. It's you got the mining, yeah, and you've got the crafting, yeah. But the building... If this game was called Minecraft Build, that would be far more accurate, and it might clue some people in onto what they're missing. I mean, look at this. you've got just this beautiful canyon, and it hasn't even started yet. This is barely me beginning this. And I don't know if I've ever... And this is me high and mighty up here talking like I know what I'm doing. I have a hard time finishing projects. I do get to that point where I've kind of gotten bored with a build and wander off, and obviously these past few weeks have been an exercise in me not completing projects and starting new ones, which is kind of why I'm doing what I'm doing in this episode and just focusing in, honing in on one portion of the build. So hopefully by the end of this season I can come and look at this and say it was complete and it was done and it looks amazing. And already I think it's starting to get there, and I think you can see what I'm going for, at least to begin with. But, yeah, Minecraft build. That's the name of the game now. It's Minecraft build. And I think that would be a valuable reminder to everybody out there. If you're getting bored with Minecraft, maybe take a look at how you're playing it. Because the game still has a lot to offer. If you have a lot to offer the game. That's pretty much... I'm getting all philosophical here. I'm going to keep building here, and I'm just distracting myself by talking. So, alright, I will keep going on this. I will hopefully finish up this outdoor corridor pathway here, and I will be right back. Alright, so if you come down here from the topmost house, you can kind of come out, and I've made a bit of a open pathway on this side of things, and I think that looks really good. It just kind of spirals out here, and I've kind of run out of blocks for right now. I'll have to go and collect some more here in the interlude. But yeah, this looks really, really good. This looks really, really good. I'm super pleased with this, and of course if you come in here, you have the two buildings on the far side of the canyon. And once again, once all of this pathway is completed, I'll be able to start filling in the houses with decoration and actually building in there, and I think that'll be super cool once I get around to it. But I unfortunately have run out of time once again, so I think this is probably getting pretty close to the end of this episode. So if you've been enjoying Bunch of Squares, and I hope you have been, be sure to leave a like down there, be sure to leave a comment. That's always fun. I love responding to comments. And, yeah, go ahead and stay tuned, because we are far from done with these projects. We've got a long, long way to go, and I hope you'll be there to see what's next on the Bunch of Squares SMP. Anyhow, guys, I will catch you next time. Bye!